My name is Rachel. Today's class will be a mixed level Vinyasa Flow. So what I mean by mixed level is I will offer the most basic variation of a pose and offer some deeper ones as well. Take whatever level feels best for you. And with it being a Vinyasa Flow, we will be cycling through a number of Vinyasas through class. I'll be cueing a full Vinyasa, but I wanted just to demonstrate a few variations before we get started. So proper Chaturanga Dandasana, looking forward, strong core, lower, about halfway, and then inhale to upward facing, exhale to downward facing dog. And if that doesn't work for you, you can also try dropping down to your knees to lower halfway, and then go to upward facing dog, or you can lower all the way down to the ground and choose little cobra rather than upward facing dog. Okay, to get started, come to all fours at the top of your mat. Fingers nice and wide. Your knees are about hip distance apart. We'll move through a couple cat-cows to warm up our spine. Inhale to look up, arch your back, and as you exhale, pull the navel in and around the spine. Inhale, look up. Exhale, roll your spine. A few more times at the beat of your own breath. Coming back to a neutral spine with your toes still tucked under. Lift your hips up, straighten into your arms and your legs. Navel back to come into your first downward dog. Now, assuming this is your first downward dog of the day, feel free to bring some movement into the dog. Warm up those hamstrings. Bring some mobility into your knees. But before we get flowing, choose a gazing point that you are going to commit to for the rest of class. So either towards your navel, in between your legs, or maybe towards your feet. The bottom of your next exhale, bring your gaze forward to step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway, look up. Exhale, hollow your navel and fold. And then as you inhale, rise up. Palms up, gaze towards your thumbs. Exhale, arms to your sides. And everyone come to Samasthiti at the top of your mat. So big toes together, heels slightly apart. Engage into your thighs, shoulders up and back, and then close your rib cage, palms forward, and close into your eyes. Notice the natural sways of your body and the natural rhythm of your breath. Start to activate some of your deep, equal inhales to equal exhales, counting to ideally 4 or 5, but whatever feels right in your body. And when you're ready, start to activate your Ujjayi breath. So your Ujjayi breath brings a slight restriction in the back of the throat, making your breath audible. Open up into your eyes. Moving through Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hollow the belly back and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, step or hop back. Gazing forward, lower, tight elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, roll over your toes, hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Now at this point in the class, if there's any reason that you would not want me to offer you a physical adjustment, please raise one leg into the air now. Gazing into the point, our gazing point that we chose during our first downward dog. In the bottom of this exhale, bring your gaze towards your palms. Just step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift with a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bring your arms up, gaze up to follow, shoulders down. Exhale, Samasthiti at the top of your mat. Now, moving into Surya Namaskara B, start with Utkatasana, chair pose. Sit low in your chair, arms up, gaze follows. As you exhale, hollow the belly back and fold. Inhale, halfway. Collarbones forward. As you exhale, plant your palms, step back, high plank to lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your right foot between your hands, spiral your left foot to the ground to a 45-degree angle. Hips forward, gaze up, palms up. Now we're going to hold this first one for a few breaths because I want to bring attention to your back foot. We're focusing so much on lunging forward, sometimes we forget about our back leg. That back foot's a 45 degrees rather than a 90 degree, which we have in the Warrior Two. And our hips are forward rather than out to the side. And exhale, plant the palms, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Stepping your left foot in between your hands, spiraling the right to the ground, Warrior One with your left knee forward. And again to hold. Positioning the pinky toe edge of your foot to your mat brings a lift into your arch. And exhale, release. Plant the palms, gaze forward and lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog for 5. Bring some attention to the inner arches of your feet here. Try to give them a little lift. Keep your navel pulled back. Maybe you can find a little bit more length and reach those heels a bit farther to the ground. The bottom of this exhale, bring your gaze forward. Step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale with a flat back, collarbone shining forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale to chair. Exhale, Samasthiti at the top of your mat. So after flowing through several Surya Namaskara A's and B's, and the class is nice and warm, I would move through some standing work. So we'll go through a few postures now. Moving into triangle pose. So from the top of your mat, step your right foot out towards the back of your mat. Your left foot's at a 90-degree angle. Inhale your arms up to your sides. As you exhale, push your hips back. You're taking your right hand to your shin, the top of your foot, or your first and second pointer fingers around your big toe. Gaze up to the thumb in the sky. Spiraling your thighs apart, pulling your navel back. The bottom of this exhale, bring your gaze towards your right foot, bringing a slight bend into your right knee to pop your left foot up for half moon. So your right hand's out in front of you. Flex your toes and your left foot in the sky and open your hips up. I find this pose a lot easier if I think about pulling my energy upward. Navel back and strong standing leg. Bringing your left palm down, squaring your hips in the sky and step your left foot back. Moving into twisted triangle, inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, take your left palm on your right shin or some variation around your foot. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist. Your gaze is coming over your right shoulder towards your thumb in the sky. Pushing your hips back. As you exhale, bring your gaze down. Bring your palms to either side of your right foot. Strong in that right standing leg. Lift your left leg up, coming into warrior three. So your arms can either be at your heart, down your sides, or out in front of you. Try to keep your hips level here. For 3, 2, 1. Step your left foot back. Bring your arms out for warrior two. Moving into extended side angle. So your right arm either goes on your right knee, or bring it to the inside edge of your right foot. Left arm up and over, looking towards your thumb in the sky. And if you like to bind, dropping that right arm underneath your right leg to bind behind your back. Gazing over the left shoulder. Pulling the navel back for 3, 2, 1. As you exhale, release the pose. Moving into twisted extended side angle. Dropping your left knee to the ground. Bringing your left arm up. Big inhale, and as you exhale, twisting your left arm over your right knee. Bringing your hands into prayer. Or opening up into your arms. Or maybe kicking into that back leg. I'm just going to turn around so you can see what I'm doing from the front. So I'm pushing through that back heel, pushing into my palms here, or if you want to work on opening your arms, bring your left palm to the ground, and then right arm up and over. Or again, if you like to play with the bind, you can bring your arm underneath your leg to look over your right shoulder. Making sure you're kicking through that back leg for 3, 2, 1, and release your pose. So come back to face the same way you are. Going to release to come down and do a side plank on the right. So leaving your right hand on the ground, pivoting your feet, either staggering them or have them stacked. Maybe you lift a leg up. We'll stay here for 5, 4, push your hips a little higher, 3, 2, and 1. Left palm to the ground. We'll cycle through Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing chest to the sky. Exhale, down dog. So now we're going to do a few more balancing postures before going into our seated work. Coming into standing big toe posture, rooting into your left foot, feeling all the corners of your feet on the ground, and tucking your right leg up. And then reach forward for your toe, taking your first and second finger around your big toe. Square your hips and then extend into your right leg. Try to square your shoulders and keep the integrity, keep the strength in your standing leg. We'll stay here for 3, 2, hollow the navel back, and 1. Opening your hip up to the side, bringing your gaze over your left shoulder. Stay here for a few more breaths. As you exhale, bring your leg back to center, bow forward, and then release your right toes. Keep your leg up in the sky, nice straight back, leg high in the sky for 5, 4, don't lean back. Stay here for a few more breaths, and exhale, release, bring a shake into your legs, and we'll do the same on the opposite side, rooting into your right foot, left leg up. Come forward and grab your toes, and then extend into your left leg. It's okay if you lose your balance a bit. Most of us are better at balancing on one side than the other. Square hip and shoulder, navel back and breathe. In the bottom of this exhale, take your left leg out to your side, your gaze over your right shoulder. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you exhale, bring your leg back to center. Bow forward, and then release the foot, keeping your left leg in the sky, hands on your hips. And we'll stay here for 5. Lift your leg a little higher. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome, shake it out. Our last standing posture is going to be standing half bound lotus. Rooting into your left foot, bringing your right leg up, bringing your foot towards your hip socket. I bring a bend into my knee to get my foot to where I need it to be to bind. Maybe you stay here, maybe this is your posture. Maybe you can reach your right arm behind your back to catch your big toe. And then if you can catch your toe, bow forward, squaring your hips. Keeping your right foot flexed to protect your knee. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, release your foot, bring a little bit of bend into your standing leg, and then release the pose. And we'll do the same on the opposite side. Grounding into your right foot, bring your left leg up. Again, with your foot flexed, bring your foot up into your hip socket there. And then if you can get your foot this far, or if you try on the first side, for the sake of keeping the movement equal on each side, try to bind on both. It's really common to be more flexible on one side than the other. And once you have your big toe, bow forward. Haul the navel back, square your hips. Make sure you're not crossing your knees. Inhale, look up. As you exhale, bring a bend into your standing leg and release the posture. That would conclude the standing series portion of my class. And then from there, I would do some seated work and some back bends before going into closing. Oh, and then of course we'd finish with Shavasana, everyone's favorite. 5 minutes, I try to do 7 or 8 minutes actually, especially if I'm doing a more difficult class. Thank you for taking the time to watch this, and I hope I have a chance to teach you in person. Bye.